Children, do you know what floats on the Nile? No, not crocodiles, though they're there too. This is the story of Nyota, the city that didn't just sit on water, it danced with the river's rhythm. And at the heart of it all was Zawadi, a girl with big dreams, even bigger ideas and a sense of humor as sharp as a crocodile's grin. Nyota was no ordinary city. Instead of roads, it had floating platforms. Instead of smoke-belching factories, it had glowing algae tanks that made fresh air. The homes shimmered with solar panels, and little turbines spun beneath the water, humming a tune only the fish could hear. Zawadi had designed it all. She was just 16, but already the smartest person in Nyota. Just ask her. If I had a shilling for every brilliant idea I've had, she'd say, I'd build another Nile. And while some people laughed, others rolled their eyes, especially her little brother Quito. You can't build a Nile, Quito would groan. It's already there. Details, details, Zawadi replied. Let me dream, Quito. One sunny morning, Zawadi stood before a group of children, holding up a big fluffy blanket. Who can tell me what this is? She asked. The cape for a superhero, shouted one boy. Or a picnic mat, suggested another. Zawadi laughed. It's a blanket, she said, and the earth has one too. It's invisible, but it keeps us warm. A girl raised her hand. But why does it feel so hot sometimes? She asked. Good question, Zawadi said. Here's the thing, people have been adding more and more layers to the Earth's blanket. Imagine sleeping under 20 blankets in summer. That's what's happening to our planet. Quito chimed in. So are we making the Earth sweaty? The children burst into laughter, and Zawadi nodded. Exactly, Quito. And sweaty planets don't grow good food, keep rivers clean, or stay nice for us to live on. But, Zawadi continued, we can fix this. Who wants to learn how? All hands shot up. Great, I have a challenge for you. Think of one thing you can do to help Nyota stay green. It can be big or small. Just make it fun. The children buzzed with excitement. One group decided to plant floating gardens with vegetables and flowers. Another team built a solar-powered fan that could shoo away mosquitoes without chemicals. Quito, ever the mischief maker, created a contraption that turned leftover fish bones into biodegradable spoons. Saves the planet and my snack budget, he said proudly. Quito, Zawadi groaned, you're impossible. Later that week, Zawadi noticed something strange. The river, usually lively and clear, seemed sluggish and murky. She gathered the children. Look at the Nile, she said. What do you see? Musa frowned. It looks tired, he said, like it's carrying too much. That's because people upstream have been treating it like a trash can, Zawadi explained. The Nile isn't just water, it's life. If we don't take care of it, who will? Can't we tell them to stop? Amani asked. We can do more than that, Zawadi said with a grin. We can show them. Over the next few days, the children turned their green challenge into a bold project. Using recycled plastic bottles, old fishing nets, and scraps of fabric, they built a giant fish sculpture. Its eyes sparkled with discarded glass beads, and its scales shimmered with messages like, Save the Nile, and Clean water, clean future. This is amazing, Quito said, adding a final touch. A big sign that read, Don't mess with the river. Subtle, Zawadi teased, but she was proud of them all the same. When the fish was finished, they floated it down the Nile. Villagers along the river stopped to admire it. Look at this, they said. The children of Nyota have built something beautiful. Soon, the fish became a symbol and people upstream began cleaning up their act. One day, as the fish sculpture continued its journey, Zawadi stood on the edge of the floating city. The river sparkled, its waters clear once more. The children gathered around her, their faces bright with pride. "What did we learn this week?" Zawadi asked. "That the earth is sweaty," Kito shouted, earning giggles from everyone. "Yes, Kito, and that we can help cool it down by taking care of what it gives us," Zawadi said. "Remember, every little action makes a big ripple. Even fish bones and plastic bottles can make a difference if we think creatively." And so, little ones, Nyota remained a shining example of how to live with nature. Zawadi and her team proved that when we work with the planet, not against it, we all thrive together.